Hey everyone, I have Lexi here, my dog model today. She's a good girl. We are going to be talking about collars today. I have 3 types of collars that I want to go over with you guys. The first one being the flat collar. A lot of people have flat collars on their dogs and tend to walk them on the flat collar. A flat collar's purpose is for tags only. It should go at the base of the dog's neck and hold the dog's tags or vaccines tags and your address, the dog's name, your name, and if they get lost, like who to contact. That's it. That's the purpose of the flat collar. It goes at the base of the neck. If you do walk your dog on a flat collar, there's no correction with the flat collar. There's no pressure release on that. They just tend to pull, and it can do a lot of damage to the dog's trachea because of where it sits, and the throat can close the airway and can do a lot of damage. So people think it's actually less harmful than the prong collars or the head halters or anything like that, but it actually can do more damage. So more harm than good. Flat collar is only for tags. So keep that in mind next time you see another pet owner walking down the street with a flat collar, just for your own knowledge for your pet, so you can get some education on what collar is best for your dog. You got to consider the dog's temperament, the dog's weight, what training stage you're in, and the size of the dog. The next one I want to show you is another flat collar that people like to use with bigger dogs. They feel like it's a big, thick, flat collar with a handle on it, so they'll gain a lot of control with their big, scary dog, and that's just not true, because it's the same thing as a flat collar, just thicker, and it does absolutely nothing. It just sits around the dog's neck. Lexi, come here. Sit. Sit. And I have one just to show for demonstration purposes, but this one says, Mom thinks I'm special. But anyway, so just to show that it doesn't do anything, you hold it like this, and actually when you hold the dog back, it actually makes it worse for reactivity purposes. That's what they do in dog fighting. They hold the dog back, and then they let the dog go, and then it causes more of a reaction. So actually that's the worst thing you can do, and it's not meant for walking. So that's just another example of things you'll see on bigger breeds that don't do anything. It's about training and changing the state of mind of the dog. The next collar I wanted to show you, which is one of my favorite tools when used properly, introduced and trained with, is the Herman Springer collar. Herman Springer is an awesome company. They make tons of different types. I have a Kurgan one here. This is just a cool color I like on Lexi. It looks really cool. It is not gold plated. It's actually Kurgan, so it's like a special type of, looks like rose gold, but it's not rose gold. It's like true stainless steel Kurgan. So she has sensitive skin because of her short hair. I'll show you where it properly fits on the dog. A prong collar is supposed to be opened, or known as a pinch collar. And what you do is you open it and you put it behind the dog's ears and you pinch it together like this. So you just pinch, and it should be snug. You should only get 2 fingers. If you get more than 2 fingers, it's too loose. So this is where it sits, high up underneath the chin, because her airway's down here. So she can totally breathe. This is her jawbone here. It should be way up high. That's where the proper fitting of the collar should be, okay? So usually you have a D ring or a dead ring, and then a hoop, like a circle. And that's sitting behind here, and then these are way up here, so it doesn't do any damage to her trachea. So that's that one. But make sure you hook up with the trainer and get it properly fitted. And again, they'll pull right through the prong collar. Prong collars do not have sharp edges. They actually are blunt. People look at this, they think it's like a medieval torture device, and it's not. It's just, you have to get educated about what you're using and why you're using it. This distributes equal pressure around the dog's neck and is actually safer than a flat collar. This can do more damage than this can. Another collar that Hermspringer makes is like a slip or a choker collar. They call it a slip because when the dog pulls, it gives a correction, or you can give a correction, and then once the dog heeds to the pressure, it releases. So again, the whole idea is not to give pressure or not to give a correction. You want to give the least corrections as possible. This is all about using reward and positive association with the collars and the trainer. And then you won't have to use the collar as much or rely on the tools as much. That's why when you get your dog and your puppy, you want to positively associate everything. So this hoop goes here facing up, and then this would be this way so that it gives slack and it can go back and forth. Again, this one is way too big for Lexi. It doesn't fit her. This is one was for a show, but goes again here. You'd walk the dog on the side or the left side, and it would release to give the correction so that there's no pressure. This is way too big. You shouldn't be able to, she would just slip right out of that. So, and then I have another Hermspringer. This one is just same type. This one I think is a 2.25. So the size, when I say 2.25, is the size of the prongs here. And this one is the 3.20. It's just black or onyx. And you can check them out on the website.